Sean Sewell with Engearment.com, the wonderful, beautiful mountains of Colorado, doing a little late season winter camping. And for that, ThermaRest sent over their brand new NeoAir XLite NXT, this guy right here. Now we met up with ThermaRest a couple of OMA events when we have interviews with them, and they showed us this before it came out to production. They sent over 2 of these, so my friend and our colleague Joe Triscari is doing winter camping mission with his, and I'm doing winter camping mission with mine. So in this video, I'm going to show you the features, functions, the setup, and all the good stuff in this NeoAir XLite NXT review. So let's get into it. So for reference, I'm a 6'1", 215-pound man. I almost always opt for the large, wide version of sleeping pads. I find that I toss and I turn, and I'm kind of a bigger guy, and so for that I opt for the large size. And this one is going to be 77 by 25, so 25 inches wide, 77 inches long. So that accommodates my 6'1", 215-pound frame really well. One of the standout things that we learned from ThermaRest when we saw this in preview is this is now 6 times quieter. That's going to be really, really clutch for a lot of you out there, because I remember my very first NeoAir 10 years ago or so, it made a lot of sound. It sounded quite a bit like a bag of potato chips, like people said. But you know what? When I was after a long day of backpacking and hiking, I still fell asleep, and I slept great on it. So, you know, we always kind of juggled the pros and cons with the NeoAir. So the fact that it's 6 times quieter is awesome. So with that, with this version, the XLite NXT, you're going to get an R value of 4.5. So that is rated for all 4 seasons. I'm testing it out here end of April, beginning of May, and temperatures tonight will probably be upper teens, low 20s. So that's where I would feel comfortable testing a 4.5 R value. If I'm doing true crazy middle of winter, negative degree, negative Fahrenheit camping, I opt for a little bit higher R value, you know, somewhere around 7 to 9. But with that, it's heavier, bulkier, oftentimes has synthetic insulation or down insulation, and it just gets to be a different beast altogether. This is backpacking size, especially for a large wide. Let's see, ultra compact, quiet comfort, 83% less noise. I'll still be on a 3-inch cushion, so it'll be 3 inches thick, which is nice and thick. Wing lock valve, so we'll show you that how it works here in a second. 30 denier. So 30 denier, I've tested a lot of different sleeping pads, like a lot. You'll see we have a channel just for sleeping pads, and or a playlist just for sleeping pads. Got to be a dozen, maybe 20 sleeping pads in there, from ThermaRest and from XPED and from Big Agnes and from all the companies you're probably thinking of. So 30 denier I find is a nice sweet spot. It's not ultralight, and it's certainly not, you know, the 70 or 80 denier heavy duty, heavy weight sleeping pad. So 30 denier, nice sweet spot. I haven't had issues with 30 denier. Your mileage may vary. It does come with a repair kit though. Let's go open the box here and get you a walkthrough on how this guy works. Oh yeah, look at this guy. Oh yeah, nice. The paperwork out of the way. Inside the packaging comes a few things. You get a stuff sack right here, very nice. You get instructions, you get repair kit, of course, bam, which hopefully you don't want to use, but if you do, it is nice and handy. And then you get this guy. The bag to inflate it with. How the wing lock works is pretty sweet. Open it right there, and then twist open right there, and then you can proceed to breathe into it. Or you can take the stuff bag right here, and you can attach it right here. Secure connection. Bam, nice and attached. And then you gather the wind and inflate it this way. Therefore saving your breath, especially when you're at altitude like we are. And of course, there was quite a bit of wind just like 4 minutes ago. And now it's stopped because I'm shooting this video. which is nice for the audio, but a little bit slow for the inflation. I'll probably speed this up from here on out. Whew, 50 breaths nonstop, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then I have it inflated. So here is the ThermaRest NeoAir XLite NXT. And one thing I was noticing the whole time I was filling it up was like not hearing that crinkle you usually hear. So here's my microphone right here, right there. How'd they do it? It's incredible. It's quiet. Yeah, that's no noisier than any other sleeping pad out there. Oh, that's gonna be a game changer for so many people, because the NeoAir is just such a great alternative for a sleeping pad. How compact it is with the R4.5, made in America. I'm happy it's made in America because that's where we live, and less transport and employing people in the Washington state. Pretty sweet. And there is a locket. So there is the valve right there and the wing stop right here. I am impressed. Well, now I gotta sleep on it. So we're gonna put it in our tent, our rooftop tent, and sleep on it tonight and report back in the morning how it feels. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, part 2 of the review. We used the NXT last night, going strong, obviously no punctures, it's held up no problem. Up in a rooftop tent. It is 8 o'clock a.m. and it is currently 26 degrees. So I believe it got down to about 22 degrees last night, no problem. And the R value of 4.5 was sufficient for us. You can see my dog's hair right there, some mud. It was snowing, still snowing a little bit, but it snowed on us pretty decent last night. And as you can see on the vehicle right here. So it's the perfect conditions to test this. This would be great. 3.5 seasons of use. I know they call it 4 seasons, but where we go camping, the 4th season, middle of winter, I would want an additional sleeping pad or a little higher R value, which they do have in their lineup. They have plenty of things that are capable for that. But if you're going to be in temperatures, say 15 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit or above, I would have no problem recommending this sleeping pad in this size. Again, let me take a step away so you can see the size. This is the large. So it's 25 inches wide by 77 inches long, but it's not a square. It does taper a little bit, so it will play nicely with your sleeping bag. There's other ones in the lineup that are traditional square, or I should say rectangle. There are some that are short. If you are like a grand weenie and you want to save money, or if it's for a kid. So they have a lot of options, and of course they're all made in, well, the ones here in the USA are made in Washington State. I believe they have a factory in Ireland as well. Anywho, I'll put a link below if you want to purchase one that does support our channel. It costs nothing to you. It's an affiliate link. And also supports ThermaRest because it goes directly to them to purchase. We have other riders out testing ThermaRest products. 2 different riders going to Denali. One rider doing the 48 highest peaks in America. That's Jay Irwin. You can follow along his mission as well. We'll have backpacking and car camping reviews for more ThermaRest products, so stay tuned for that. But I just want to get this one up real quick to know this is the new offering and people are probably really curious about it. So hopefully seeing it being used, insulated or inflated. Sorry, my hands are cold. It is still winter and snowing and cold up here when we're testing this. But hopefully seeing it being used, inflated, tested with our dog in a tent, a rooftop tent in this case, was helpful. If you got any questions, put those in the comments below. I'll get right back to you. If you have experience with this new NXT, let us know as well. Love to learn from you guys. If you want to see all that cool content for ThermaRest I mentioned earlier, consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. Bam, right there. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director Stoke for Engearment.com. Until next time, take care.